Today with me, I have Miss Logan, all the way from Aspen, here with us. Hi. She works for Young Living, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the brand and what she does, and then we're just going to dig in and find out all the goods about essential oils and how life is in Aspen. So, Logan, if you don't mind introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about Young Living.
Yes. Hi guys, I'm Logan. I live in Aspen. Well, I live 30 minutes outside of Aspen, but I have grown up and lived in Aspen my entire life. And I started using Young Living products about a year and a half ago, and I really fell in love with them, and I learned about there being a business opportunity, and it really opened up my love for wellness and just inspired me to kind of investigate alternatives. And so I've been doing kind of like the business side of things since January, and I'm excited because there's so many different ways that I can go. And I'm just ready to like get started with it to be my full-time job.
That's so exciting. So for people that have never heard about Young Living, can you give us a few words or a small description of what they're about?
Yeah, so Young Living is an essential oil company that's been around for 25 years. So they're kind of like the OG status of essential oils. And, you know, since we work in retail, I always refer to Young Living as the Bottega Veneta, your Gucci, your Dior. It's kind of like luxury essential oils. They own all of their own farms. They have a super strict seed to seal promise. So everything is beyond organic. It's hand weeded. It's distilled to have the proper, medicinal properties in the oil. They just take a lot of extra precautions to make sure that they have a quality product. It's almost like comparing a purse that you buy at Target to one of Bottega Veneta's purses, obviously it's much higher quality of Bottega, like there's more time that goes into it. And it's just so important in a company where you are putting it on your body, you're ingesting it, inhaling it, whatever. And then on top of that, I feel like it's not only an essential oil company. It is like your one-stop shop to everything. They have shampoo, they have makeup, they have cleaning products, they have supplements, they have deodorant, toothpaste, like you name it, they have it. And it's all natural, it's non-toxic, and it's actually good for your immune system. So I've absolutely fell in love because it just has everything that you need, and it's a company that I trust and that so many people around the world trust as well.
That is so cool. I've seen all of your posts on Instagram and all of that about Young Living. And so you mentioned that you started using their product about a year and a half ago, but really got on the business side just a few months ago. So what was your inspiration to turn it into not only being a consumer, but now turning into the entrepreneur side of?
What I love about Young Living is that it's like I'm helping other people, and I was helped since I started using oils. I haven't gotten sick. Like I didn't get the seasonal flu this year. Like I used to be like sick multiple times a year, and so it was a way for me to really like support my immune system. And once I started having my own testimonials, I mean, there's testimonials off the yin yang with all of these, like they are beneficial in so many different ways, but when it actually you see it happening with you and then happening with your loved ones, it's just really special to see. And I wanted to keep sharing that with like the rest of my friends and family. And I think like the more that I learned, the more I was like, holy cow, like people need to know about this. And because there's just so many like facts out there that are right in front of us that we don't know about. And I think where it really hit home for me is with all like the toxic chemicals that we use in our house. They say that a woman applies around 300 chemicals to her body a day, and 80 of those
really?
are yes. There are only 11 banned chemicals in the US, and like places like the EU and other countries in the world have like 1,400 banned chemicals. just because they're linked to cancer, they're linked to hormonal imbalances, biological mutations, and they're in our cleaning products, they're in our face creams, they're in our lotions, our shampoos, our laundry detergent, and you know,
That's
like,
wild. I'm sorry, I'm like just stunned just listening to this.
right. No, I was stunned too. And like, I don't like to be, I really had to tone down like being so preachy about it, because when my friend Gina, when I was first learning, I was kind of like, oh my God, like shut up, like another video. But then like, as you start like learning and realizing, you're like, holy cow. And obviously you can't avoid it, right? Like there's going to be stuff that you come into contact with all the time. Like it's not like you can totally avoid chemicals, but it is just kind of concerning to see so many banned in other countries, and then the US is like, oh no, that's fine, well, that's allowed, and that's an okay ingredient, we don't care about all the side effects. So I think that was a huge turning point for me.
All right, this is like
And wanting
intense. Yeah, this is intense stuff, especially just hearing about how lax the US is about chemical control and all that, because we have, you know, CDC, the FDA, whoever, ABCD, all of the acronyms that we have, that even something like in terms of beauty products, I have super sensitive skin and I get, you know, breakouts just from using the wrong product. So to think about just on the exterior level of my body, but then if you ingest it, any type of chemical.
right, they say that it only takes 26 seconds of exposure, or like for it to sink into your bloodstream, and then there's measurable amounts of these chemicals in your skin and in your body. And you know, the second leading cause of death is cancer. They say that 609,000 people will die from cancer this year in the United States, and only 5 to 10% of those cancers are hereditary or from genetics. So that means that 90 to 95% of cancer is actually in our control, which is crazy to think about. That like your health, it's up to you. Like if you, and then like there's all these like underlying like secrets that like we're not told about, and it's just it's scary. So
it's alarming. It's not only scary, it's alarming, disturbing. I'm like every word that you want to use, because you think about having a clean environment. Like for example, right now with the pandemic happening and everybody's racing out to get Clorox wipes and Lysol wipes and disinfecting everything in your house. Those are good for the sterilization of your home, so we think right now, and to get rid of everything. But when you really take a look at all of these things and what we believe are cleanliness, because we're cleaning with these products, really actually might be more harmful than they are doing good. So so to talk about all the different
absolutely,
yes, things that you have in the Young Living line, not only from the essential oils, but I have seen you put like the thieves spray and all of that on your Instagram. Having those cleaning products,
yep.
You know, it's nice to see that there are more non-toxic alternatives.
Right. That is actually like a huge concern right now, is that, yeah, with all the disinfecting, like you're actually doing more harm to your body, because these chemicals, when they enter your system, your body recognizes them as carcinogens, as they recognize them as harmful toxins. So instead of, you know, working together with your body to fight off germs, your body actually goes into defense mode against the chemicals and then also against the germs. So like your body is working overtime, and which actually makes your immune system go down even lower, because your body, you know, it can't keep up with fighting off toxins and fighting off germs and fighting off all these things. And that's how your immune system weakens, and then you get sick. So like, that's what I love about Young Living, is that they are made from plants, right? And so by nature, when you apply the cleaning product or the hand sanitizer that they make, or like the cleaning, whatever, since it's derived from plants, it only fights off bad bacteria, and it actually leaves all the good bacteria. So your body actually recognizes it as an ally, and they are able to work together to fight off germs and support your immune system. So instead of going against each other, they're working together, which is just incredible, because that is like the main issue with all these like Clorox and hand sanitizer, Purell, like whatever, is that it's just clean, it's clearing out everything, good bacteria, bad bacteria, like whatever you have, it's fighting it. So it's just, it's important to have good and bad bacteria. And I think I never realized that before. I was like, good bacteria? What do you mean? Like, what is that? So, no, I love that they offer like a safe alternative that actually works at fighting germs, and then also like supports your immune system.
And I think that's the benefit of, again, being the consumer, but also becoming more of an entrepreneur with the business, is that you are educating yourself or getting the tools to educate yourself on what you are putting in or on your body in all of this. Because if somebody were to just look at a catalog or the website, you know, and just look at a picture of the product, but not really know the chemicals or anything that's in there, they may not know the benefits or even harmful properties of these items. So the fact is that you have learned so much about the benefits of each and every one of these products, which is nice. And I'm going to actually ask you next, which I already know the answer to this, but I want to let other people know, what are your favorite products from the Young Living collection?
So, well, that's like actually a really, really hard question.
Oh, okay.
My favorite products. I'll tell you my favorite oils because I have
Okay,
them.
well, yeah, I was going to say that first, but then I was like, but there's so many other things that you may actually surprise me with.
There are so many like amazing products. Like I feel like the Thieves cleaner is like a no-brainer for every household. Like it's cleaning product by nature is diluted. So even when you buy like a big bottle of like Clorox or Lysol, whatever, the majority of it is like water. And so what's awesome about the Thieves is that it comes in the bottle, and then you can dilute it. All you need is like a cat size full in your spray bottle, and the rest you can fill with water. And it is completely like beneficial, and it actually like works. There's this crazy video of this woman. She has like food grade swabs, and she wipes her table with a raw piece of chicken.
Ugh.
And then she swabs it, right? And she's like, okay, that's dirty, contaminated. And she sprays it with a Thieves cleaner and then wipes it up, and it's completely clean. 100% would pass like a test. So like if you were to get, I'm blanking on the word, but like when they come into your restaurant and like grade you on your health and safety. So it actually works. And I think when people think of essential oils or like anything that's all natural, non-toxic, they're like, that crap doesn't work. But like it does work, I'm telling you. And it's like so good for you. But so anyway, the Thieves cleaner is derived from their Thieves blend, which is my all-time favorite oil. It's what sold me, I think, initially on Young Living, because when I started taking this internally every day, that's when I stopped getting sick. So this by nature has, it has 5 essential oils. It's like a blend that they make. And
Okay.
it's known for being antiseptic, antibacterial, antifungal. And so it's just like everything bacterial it fights against. But then again, like I was saying before, it doesn't fight good bacteria, only fights bad bacteria. So it's a really, really incredible immune booster. Like it's really good just to like, I don't know, cell generation, just like amp up your system and like support it where you need it. And so they took this blend and they created all their cleaning products from it. So we're talking not only like household cleaner, which I use my Thieves cleaner to clean my toilet, I clean my shower, I clean my car, I clean the kitchen, I clean the oven. Like you can use your Thieves cleaner. It's one cleaner for everything. But then on top of that, they have dish soap, they have laundry detergent, they have hand soap, like everything that's made from Thieves, and it's antibacterial, antifungal, antiseptic. So it is, it's doing its part in like fighting off germs and whatnot. And then my second favorite oil that you have is the lemon essential oil. So I think lemon also holds a special place in my heart because my mom has a rare autoimmune disease. I think only like 10,000 Americans get it, and it's like super rare, but it attacks like different parts of your body. For her, it attacked her lungs. And So for the past 15 years now, she's battled with like she can't breathe. She's not allowed to do like a lot of different sports. Like she's just like disabled and like when it comes to breathing. And then not only that, she has like seasonal allergies. But when she diffuses this, it opens up her airways. Like it's insane. Like she can actually take deep breaths. Like she feels calm. Like it's incredible. So I feel like it's a step past just me. Like when I get to see them help like you and other people and other families, like that's like really where the magic is, because I know they work, but when you realize they work, I'm like, yes, you know, so I love it for that. And then also it's just a really good detox oil. So they like to say lemon is like a goo gone, like a natural goo gone. So like when you have a sticker on a water bottle or something and you want to get it off, you can put the lemon on and it will come right off. So it does the same thing to your internal system. So like it helps like detox all that gunk that builds up over time that your body sometimes needs additional help scraping. So like your digestive system, like which is your gut, it supports your gallbladder, your kidneys. Like it is just an all around internal like cleanup. And I love it for that. So like I was saying before, like you can't avoid all of the chemicals you come in contact with, right? Like even
you
me,
can help
like,
yourself avoid them, or at least, you know, battle
right,
them
so,
in a healthy way.
right. So like even us, like we're transitioning to a non-toxic, like we're still not perfect, obviously. You're going to come in contact with chemicals out in the real world, but like by having a supplement like lemon oil in your water, you're like assisting your body by cleaning out all that gunk that you might come into contact with. It's like assisting the clean out. And what I mean, I guess, when I say you can't avoid chemicals is that, so we're not only like a crappy country for only banning 11 chemicals, but on top of that, the US has made this nasty little loophole where they're allowed to put the ingredient fragrance on the back of your everyday products. So like,
and you have no idea what fragrance means.
right.
Yes.
So the company's argument is that it's our secret sauce. Like if we disclose to you what's in our fragrance, then other companies are going to be able to copy us. But what it really is a cocktail of chemicals that are toxic. And like if you were to go study the fragrance or even call the company and be like, what's in your it's toxic, it's chemicals. So that's why you can't really like avoid it. Like even stuff that say no, like no chemical like if it has fragrance in it, you're like, okay, cool. So
Like, okay, that's definitely like death knocking on your door if you use that for long. Yep.
yeah, and so that's why it's so difficult, because like 95% of cosmetics for women have fragrance in them. Like that's your face, you know? So
Because if you're applying makeup, whatever it is, if it's a foundation or, you know, bronzer, whatever it is, that's something that's literally can be inhaled into your body through your nose and through your mouth. So if you have any fragrance, yes, absolutely. It can go, because I even know like just like putting mascara, eyeliner on. I know everybody's getting this whole nasty quarantine look. I swear to God, guys, I will look better when I like go back to my real life. But, you know, just having all of that, being able to be like ingested into your body somehow. And like when I put the mascara on and then it gets into my eyes, and then even the next morning, as thorough as I clean my face, and I still have like, you know, black like goobies coming out of my eye, I'm like, that's something that literally has existed inside my body now. It's not just the topical, you know,
right.
face.
The makeup industry is like a whole nother conversation. The makeup industry in this country is disgusting, like disgusting. And it's not only like the skin is your largest organ, right? So it's like not even like you don't have to actually even be putting it in your mouth or like smelling it. Just it being on your skin, it will be in your system. Like it
Absorbs right into there. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's just that was just like a really big wake up call. And I think it's just like our plastic pollution problem. People are always like, well, I'm not the problem, or like that's not going to happen to me, or like it's not enough to like really you know, make a difference. But it does, it makes a huge difference, you know, just a little
Totally
bit
agree.
of this stuff over a long period of time is going to build up.
No, 100%. And that's the thing. People don't understand that one person using single use products and then switching to a non-plastic household or whatever you can do, more of the reusable, everything that's out there from Tupperware to water bottles to whatever, you, that one individual, actually can make a difference. And people are just like, oh, I'm only
Right.
one person. Okay, but there's
Right.
also, you could be drinking out of a water bottle every single day and then throwing that out and not even recycling it. That's
Right.
365 bottles that you have consumed in 1 year that could have been
Right.
prevented from going out into the landfill or the ocean or wherever you end up putting it, or it ends up. So, it's so
So,
wild to think that, yes, how
yeah.
wasteful. And yeah,
Right.
I
So
hate
like one,
America. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, no, like, no, but I just like to compare it to that because like I think people are like, oh, I only use like one toxic chemical product, or I only have a couple products, but it's like, no, those are gonna add up over time and they're really gonna like affect your health in the long run. They say that 1 in 3 men and 1 in 5 women will have cancer by the time they are 60 years old. And that is from stuff like this. Like it's from excess weight, tobacco use, and toxic chemicals that are that you allow into your lifestyle. And it's all preventable. It's all preventable. Like you are in
Yes.
charge of your own health, and it's so like I think that's what's been so inspiring about this is that like we can take it into our own control. Like I am going to do this, and I want to like help other people do the same.
And I feel 100% targeted, although I don't smoke. I use some toxic chemicals and I am overweight. So now I need to start at a non toxic, healthy household with Young Living. No, I'm just kidding.
Those
I'm
are
just,
all statistics. I was just firing
I'm
statistics
just
at you.
teasing. I'm so kidding. I'm like, and call. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm totally teasing, but that really is the truth. And, when we talk about toxic things and how much sugar is in our like packaged food, processed food, all of that, people don't understand how much sugar. And you could literally have ketchup, salsa, things that you're like, oh, there's tomato, oh, it's spicy, oh, it's this. We're loaded with so much shit in our food that even when you think that you are like purchasing organic vegetables and organic, there's always like still something out there that's going to be bad for you. So it's all in the way that you control what you eat, what you ingest, what you put on your body, what you apply onto your body makes a huge difference. All right, so we talked about thieves, we talked about lemon, and I don't want to just like ditch off and forget about the rest. Did you have any more essential oils that you like to use or favorites?
I love you. I could literally talk for ages about them. I mean, we can that's a discussion I think for another day.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I love my oil. And I'm fairly new and I feel like to oils, like I'm still learning every day. And I feel like there's so many oil, like I wouldn't say I'm someone that suffers from like a lot of like issues to begin with. But I know that there's just like so many testimonials out there for like people that were having issues conceiving, and then like they found like oils and like use the like there's so many amazing testimonials of oils that like I've never even experienced or like know existed. And so I'm just like excited to keep learning, and I'm excited to like have Young Living just be a part of like I think my overall vision. I think in the last couple of weeks I've kind of realized that like it's a much bigger picture than me just working for Young Living. Like I'm excited to have my own vision and have Young Living be like a piece of the puzzle.
No, that's fantastic because you're taking it, like you talked about, our health is something we can control. Your business is something that you can control. So how hard you want to go in on this or make it a full-time career or then have assistants or wherever you end up building your business is 100% in your control. I want to ask you a quick question because you did mention that your mom diffuses the oils. I know a lot of the times you just apply topically or you ingest them. Do you diffuse oils? And if yes, you do you have any favorites that you diffuse and why?
Yes, I definitely diffuse oils. So I guess we didn't like talk about that really.
I
Yeah.
know. I'm like, sorry. I just popped up in my head and I'm like, I want to ask you because some people may be a little slow growing to actually like putting it in their body, but putting it in the air could be like the intro to their
Well, and
essential
here's the
oil
thing
journey.
too. So everyone has their own successes with oils, right? But what's so important to kind of note here is that you cannot go to like Target or Whole Foods and just buy like an oil off the shelf and then take it home and ingest it. I would absolutely never do that. Young Living is the only essential oil company on the market that has a vitality line that's actually FDA approved for you to ingest. So what you're gonna find, they are more expensive because they are higher quality and they are 100% therapeutic. So what you're gonna find with the oils at Target or wherever you go is often they're filled with cheap fillers and synthetic properties. So in the US, to be USDA approved organic, they only need 5 to 10% of organic properties in there. So that means that they could be only 10% therapeutic oil and the rest could be synthetic, it could be chemicals, it could be cheap fillers. So I 100% would say yes, take your time transitioning to oils and only ingest oils that are safe to ingest. But yes, so and then that also just goes further. I would not like diffuse oils from the grocery store either. So
Okay.
my favorite oils to diffuse are, it kind of depends on the mood, like on the day. So when I first wake up in the morning, I really like diffusing peppermint oil because it's energizing and it kind of gives you a pick me up and a jolt and it's like great for concentration. So I love that during the day. But at night, I put my diffuser on every night, and my favorite blend at night is lemon, lavender, and cedarwood. And those are all known to have beneficial sleeping aids. Like they can support your sleeping. So I love those 4 oils are, I think, my favorites.
That's so cool because I immediately thought like, okay, Logan's gonna say lavender because we're always trained and taught, you know, it's a soothing scent and all of that. Lemon to me, and I've actually the lemon essential oil that you gifted me, I've even like put on my skin just to be like, oh, I need a fresh like pick me up. I think this is so awakening. So it's so funny to hear that you actually blend the lemon for evening, for nighttime, when I'm automatically thinking lemon is more of that wake up daytime, like let's get our day going scent.
It's all psychological too. And they do a lot of studies around training your brain. So you've had this happen. Do you ever like get a scent of something and it immediately brings you back to like decorating the Christmas tree with your mom when you were 4?
Yes.
That's exactly how oils work, right? So for me, I diffuse lemon during the day too. By nature, it is like very energizing, but when you mix it with other oils that are maybe have like a more calming, there are also people that are like, oh no, lavender like hypes me up. And so it's kind of like what I've trained my brain to do. Like when I smell that blend, I'm like, oh, it's nighttime, you know? So yeah, no, everyone's a little different, and it kind of just is what is sparked in your head when you smell that scent. There are some oils where people are like, I hate this smell, and I'm like, I'm obsessed, you know. So it just like, I think it depends, but lemon is definitely something all day long. Like you
Okay.
know, yeah.
Good to know. And then I have another question that popped up in my mind. So when you were talking about you haven't really had any issues, like how your mom has the autoimmune disorder and you haven't had any, I want to just let everybody know that Logan is probably the most athletic person I've ever met in my entire life. This girl is out rollerblading with her dogs and then like an hour later is running up a mountain, and then like literally the next morning she's out skiing. Like this girl is unstoppable. But I will say, have you noticed that your performance for doing athletic activities, has that increased? Like have you noticed a change from when you started using the oils to even before?
I definitely feel like more energized, I think. Definitely, like I just feel like everything's like running more smoothly. Cause like, do you ever have that feeling where you just like can't like keep up with it? It's like another thing, like you're sick and then you get better and then you're okay and like this is going on. Like I just feel like more confidence. I feel like I have like a solution. Brian is being,
Don't worry, that's our celebrity guest over in the other room.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel like they do, like, and honestly, I don't think I get that just from like the oils. Like I do take a good amount of vitamins, like, and supplements that Young Living makes that I think absolutely help with my overall like performance and like brain function. So yeah, I feel better, I think.
Good, because I also remember, I think when you were in Paris, you did the peppermint. Because you're like, okay, I'm on this work trip and I need to stay focused, and I put some peppermint on my temples. I think you remember, I recall you telling me that like back in the winter when you went on your trip. You know, and that's so cool to just think that like something for like a headache, migraine, concentration, it's just, you know, put some on your temples and you're good to go for the rest of the day. So I think, like you said, there's so many amazing benefits to each oil. So it's nice for people to explore the collection. And with that, I am going to ask you before we wrap up, where can we find information in regards to the Young Living brand? Do you have like a specific website, or where can we help direct everybody to either get in touch with you or even explore on their own?
Yes. Well, you're more than welcome to pass on my contact information to anyone, or they can just, I always recommend, I do have a site, but it's a little, I would just recommend they reach out to me. They can find me on social media, on Facebook. I would much rather have like a personal interaction with them. But I would obviously want them to come talk to me before they just go to the Young Living website.
Okay. Because you can tell them all the information about, you know, the benefits. And you actually sent me 3 oils and you're like, okay, I know that you struggle with this, or I think this would be amazing for you because A, B, and C. So I think that having that personalized experience makes all the difference, as opposed to me blind clicking. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone is different and they struggle with like different things. And hormonal imbalances, headaches, digestive cramps, like you name it, like everyone's a little different, and there's something for everyone. And so it's just nice to have a connection about what actually you need and what would benefit you.
So good. All right. So I'm going to give anybody that's interested your contact info. So if your phone starts blowing up, I apologize in advance, but I also welcome, like, you're welcome in advance, because
no, blow up my phone.
You have been so amazing, Logan. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me today.
Anytime I get to chat with you, Katie.
Yes, you're the best. You know I love you, girl. All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.